feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go.
Yes, yes, yes. Even though you still could go, and we're going to Game 5 tonight here at the Scotiabank Arena. The Leafs and the Boo. You're wearing red. I told you you didn't change your
Florida.
Florida Panthers. Game 5 here at the Scotiabank Arena. The Leafs trailing 3-1. Is the series with Digit Murphy, the icon, the legend? Is the series closing out tonight?
Joe. I think it's curtain.
No, don't Joe me. Give me why you think Florida is going to do it.
Because they are just bigger, stronger, more consistent. I think their coach has been better throughout both series. I think they make adjustments. I think their goaltending has been great. And, I told you the reason the Toronto Maple Leafs were going to win the other day is because they had to play desperate. And I don't think Toronto has the ability to play desperate consistently. And that's been their problem in the playoffs.
I disagree to extent that I believe they are going to play desperate at home one final time. Maybe two final times.
Maybe. They're prolonging the agony.
Listen, at the beginning of the playoff season, I told you, people were showing signs here of, I'm ready to be heartbroken once again. All right? They were, seriously, I'll show you pictures and all that. I'm ready to be heartbroken again. They won, and let's face it, it's about time. Sheldon Keefe plays a good goalie. I love his first name. Joseph Woll, 24 years old. A Stonewall in Game 4. Is he going to be a Stonewall in Game 5? You say no, but let's talk about Game 4 a second here. Was, in your opinion, did he Stonewall? Was that surprising to you?
It was a little surprising to me, but again, I told you, playing desperate is huge for a goalie. Okay, you've got people in front of you blocking shots, they're diving for pucks, and that gives a goalie confidence, and it gives a team confidence. And does Toronto have that mental? It's mental toughness. It's every shift going out there and playing desperate. Because you're going golfing the next day if you don't show up. And I just think Florida has this beast mentality that they've been playing with that Toronto just doesn't have the chutzpah, to use your word, to keep matching it. And that's why I don't think that Toronto's going to stay the course. I mean, you might be right. Maybe they go to Game 7, but it's just prolonging the agony in my mind. And, let's see.
You know what? The Maple Leafs haven't played their best game, any games of this series. That's the truth. They won 2-1. 2-1 is not playing your hearts out or whatever. 2-1, 3-2, they lost in overtime and all that. I think tonight, here at the Scotiabank Arena, in front of the President of the Provinces of Canada, on Sabbath, you mentioned that, all right? On Sabbath, the Maple Leafs not only show chutzpah, not only show intentional fortitude. Austin Matthews, that American, all right, comes out and plays like a Canadian, gets his nose just a little bit out of there, all right? I think the Maple Leafs come up big tonight, and they dominate the game 5-2 tonight. What do you say?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a squeaker. I think it's going to be 4-3. Could maybe go to overtime, or it's not going to be an empty netter. But Panthers 4-3. Toronto is going to be throwing everything up at the kitchen sink, but Panthers 4-3, going to be done, and they're going to go on to the Eastern Conference, and it's going to be the two Southern teams, because we'll see.
Yeah, because you're sitting beside a pool all the time. All right, before I'll get back to Maple Leafs, but there's another game tonight, 10 o'clock, And what a series this has been. Edmonton and Vegas, 2-2, and little bit of wrestling moves prior the last couple minutes or a couple minutes left in game 4 there. Darnell Nurse and Petrangelo and all that. We don't know yet about suspensions or anything like that. So when we're doing this,
I was mad. I was mad about that game. I thought that it was poorly officiated right at the beginning, and I think that that's how Edmonton got up on Vegas. The other night. I thought that the officials. It was 3-0 before you knew it. I thought those 2 calls at the beginning were crap, in my opinion, and it led to a 3-0. And you know how it is. Once it's 3-0, you're not out of the game, but you're like all of a sudden it's 3-0, 52 seconds apart goals, and you're on the outside looking in of a win. So I see why they had some wrestling matches, and I gotta pick Vegas. Gotta pick Vegas.
I'm telling you right now. I said this, and I said this to you at the beginning of the thing. The winner of this series goes to the Stanley Cup. I'm not saying wins, goes to the Stanley Cup.
You said win.
I did not say win. I did not. If Edmonton won, I'm not going to pick them over the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, so that come on. But the winner of this series goes to the Stanley Cup, and I firmly believe Dallas or Seattle, whoever makes it through there, are going to lose to either Edmonton or Vegas. Do you agree with that?
I agree, and I said it yesterday. I said whoever won that game, well, it didn't matter. That series, they were not going to go to the Cup. So we'll see what happens. But I really believe that Edmonton has a great team, but I think Vegas I think they have better goaltending. I think they have better goaltending, and a lot of times goalie wins. Goalie.
All right, I'm heading for a couple questions here for Maple Leafs. Okay, you're saying the Maple Leafs are over. Okay, tonight they lose to Florida or whatever. As a Maple Leaf fan, as 19 years, never making a second round, now getting to the second round, but losing to Florida. Let's face it, they're an 8-seeded team. I know they're playing better and all that. They beat Boston, your team, and all that. And in Toronto, I know you had some time here, but in Toronto, Dubas, is he gone? Keith, is he gone? Shanahan, the president, is he gone? Austin Matthews is gone. Is Mitch Marner gone? Morgan Riley gone? Nylander, the whole team. All right. So,
I don't think so. I think that you've seen consistent behavior from the Toronto organization. I'm not saying they don't care that if they win, but something within that organization continues to be consistently mediocre, right? And I don't know if it's because they don't care if they win because they're still making money. I talked yesterday about the revenue models. I mean, they are the team in Canada. Everyone sells out the arena. Everyone wears the jerseys. I think that unless people stop going to games, you're just going to see the same old, and they're going to try to piece it together. And Joe, let me tell you, it's not like they're trying to do this. You know damn well that when Keith comes in and Dubas, they're trying to put the best team together. And maybe it's just going to take owners or a big come to the table meeting and figure it out. But I don't see them getting fired.
I do. If the president of provinces talks, listen, they made the first round. They win one. If they would have lost on Wednesday, oh my gosh. But if losing at home, which you say they're going to do, then it's even worse. Even though they won a game, it's even worse. All right. So there's going to be a lot of changes. And for these people, if they lose tonight, for you at Scotiabank Arena, you may be witnessing Austin Matthews' last game in a Maple Leaf uniform.
Well, I don't deny that, because maybe he wants to go and play for a team that he feels can win a cup, right? Because that's what a lot of great players do. You saw Patrick Kane try to do it with New Jersey. That didn't work. But you saw Ray Bork go do it back in the day with the Avalanche. I really believe
But you
that.
have one problem with that. Sorry,
What?
Digit, but
Yeah, go
one
ahead.
problem with that. Patrick Kane was with Chicago. Chicago that never even made the playoffs. He got the first pick overall. Okay, of course he wanted to win a cup. This team, the Maple Leafs, on paper, was
Yeah.
winning the Stanley Cup for 4 years in a row. Couldn't get through. Couldn't beat Columbus. Crap team. Couldn't beat Montreal. Crapper team. All right. Tampa, okay, won the Stanley Cup. Boston, whatever. But now, when you're playing Florida, you get by your nemesis, Tampa. You don't play Boston, another nemesis. You play Florida or you play Carolina, or if they do come back and everything like that, New Jersey. Those, they're losing a massive, massive opportunity to finally give Torontonians a chance to look with these eyes at a Stanley Cup game, not winner, game, game. You do not throw, like we talk about Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares, Morgan Riley, everything. You had a window. You still have a window. But this window, after, if you say they're going to lose tonight, after tonight, it's closed. It's closed because I don't believe in whoever the new GM, because I'm saying they're fighting the GM. I don't believe in the new coach. Hell, have you even seen Shanahan here? It's second round of playoffs. I've never even seen Shanahan's ear, let alone hair. All right. So, like, what's going on here in the Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment? Because you got Raptors who, want to win. They went. He traded the face of the franchise, DeMar DeRozan, Masai Ujiri, to get 1 year of Kawhi. They won. Okay, they didn't have a good year this year, but they won. They won. They've consistently gone to the second round, third round, and won a championship. Here, 19 years they didn't get a second round. Before they went to the third round, but in 60 years you can't go to the Stanley Cup, where you mentioned Vegas in 3-4 year history. They're there. 20-year history, Carolina, they're there. Dallas, 20 years ago, winning the Stanley Cup. Every team that's left except for Seattle, which is an expansion team, is there. And Seattle, okay, if they make it past Dallas, they're in the Western Conference Final, something that the Maple Leafs have not done in 20 years.
Yeah, and Joe, I don't disagree with you, but I think you have to look at habits and what people feel is okay. And it's been okay to not win for 20 years.
It's not.
You
It's
need to
not
speak up.
okay. It's not
Right,
okay. It's the
but they
guys who
haven't
paid $20,000
won.
a ticket.
People continue to go to the games because they're entertained.
Because
So
dare I say, people are like stupid. All right, I didn't say stupid. I said stupid. So don't go it on me. All right. Honestly, I got a guy here. Game 5 tonight, Scotiabank Arena. He has season tickets. He texts me. You know what he says? Should I go to the game or should I sell my tickets for $4,000?
unbelievable.
$4,000. Now, Digit, I know it's Canadian. It equals $20 American. But still, if you're going to tell me, do I go to a Maple Leaf game or do I make $4,000? Either, if you have a brain, which many Maple Leaf fans, I don't know, all right, don't you take the $4,000?
I I take the 4,000 long, right? Because there's always another game, and maybe not this year, but whatever.
Because
I just
this guy texts me. He goes, I don't know, maybe we won't see another second round game in 20 years. I don't care if we
oh
don't see
my
it in 40
god,
years. You take the $4,000 and say bye-bye. Go to Hawaii for a trip.
I agree. It's funny. I, look at like a team like Ottawa. They haven't gone anywhere. I mean, I
But they made
just
the Stanley
really,
Cup final in 2006. They made the
yeah,
Stanley Cup
I
final.
get it. I get it. But it was a while ago, right? And there's just certain teams that just are not delivering, consistently. So I think it's really up to the ownership, their tolerance for losing. Some owners clearly don't care if they don't make it to the cup because, like you said, they lose and they still go to the golf course and they still make the money. So I don't think there's a lot of accountability to the winning anymore. And I think that's not only from a Leafs perspective, I think it's happening in life, Joe. I mean, people just show up. They show up for the paycheck. There's not a ton of passion anymore. And you see the teams with the passion, with the energy, with the enthusiasm consistently coming. I mean, I know I keep talking about Tampa, but when I go to a Tampa Bay Lightning game, they light it on fire. It is so fun to watch. Vegas is doing it. The Bruins aren't great to watch. You know, it's just a game. Like you go to a Tampa game and you are entertained. And I think that that's the era we're in sports. And you know, the Super Bowl, you look at the Super Bowl halftime show. Everyone's entertained. So, you know, I think that as we grow in sport, we're going to really have to consider who our fan is. It's not the same fan it used to be 50, 60 years ago. But from a Toronto perspective, maybe it is. And maybe that's what we're missing.
Number one, I agree with everything you say, but come on. After 60 years, even if you're making, and the Maple Leafs are the number one team in professional sports, making hand over fist money, 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 money. Show me the money, Maple Leafs will show it. Okay? But it's about time. Whoever the owner, and you know, it's Rogers, Bell, and all that. Come on, show some pride. Go for it. He took a chance, like I mentioned, Masai Ujiri, trading the face of the franchise. Masai Ujiri traded DeMar DeRozan for 1 year of Kawhi. They won the championship. I know you're
But think about it. No, it's different in hockey, Joe. First of all, there's 7 games, right? And I know that there is in basketball, but there's way more players on the ice that make an impact in a hockey game than a basketball game. It's hard to do. And you know, and then I mean, you could lose a game. We talk about the variables, right? I'm not saying basketball it doesn't have variables, but it's way different. Like you could catch an edge, and all of a sudden you fall down, and now you're on a breakaway and you're scoring that breakaway goal. You ain't catching an edge in basketball, right?
Look, you go out of your shoes. LeBron James fell out of his shoes.
Oh my God! Can I just say something? I was watching the game the other night, and I was laughing my butt off. I can't remember what player it was. It was the player that wore the mask for
Jaylen Brown for Boston.
No, it was the Golden
State and Lakers.
Golden State, right? And they're like, "Oh, we don't know if this guy's gonna play because he got hit in the head." And all I can think of is the guy that's got his like cheek hanging down, and they stitch him up, and they go back in, and this guy literally got hit in the head with like an elbow. Yeah. Oh, he might not be back. And I literally was laughing.
And they wheelchaired him out. Anthony Davis, you're talking about the Lakers game. And you know, hockey players, much like myself, are the most toughest in the world. And that goes for men or ladies.
It's unbelievable. I mean, you know, the guy on, was it Seattle? It was Winnipeg. Okay. Winnipeg. Yeah. Remember? Yeah. The guy in Winnipeg is freaking like 35 stitches. And then the other guy, I think on the Kraken, like his chin is like, it's all like stitches. I'm like, look at this kid. He's got a bubble on. He's like, I got this. And then you got this basketball guy that's getting wheelchaired out because he got elbowed in the head. I'm like, I have nothing. I am deceased.
All right. So to close out the Maple Leafs forever, you're saying Florida how much?
4-3. 4-3. It's going to be a crazy whirling dervish. They're going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at the end, and then Panthers are going to come out on top.
All right. I'm the president of the province of Canada. I don't know if you know this. I'm making a bet. I say the Maple Leafs win 5-2. I say the Maple Leafs win. You say Florida wins. What do you want to bet?
Oh, crap. Oh, God. I'll bet Tim Hortons.
No. This may be the last game of the year, so we got to go up a scale here. All right, up a scale. Let's see. What is your most prized possession?
My most prized possession. I don't know. I don't really have any prized possessions. So I don't collect things.
The palatial estates of Ditch and Murphy. Look, the swimming pool and all that. I get, and it's in Florida. It's in Florida, all right?
Yeah, you get to come down for a visit.
Come down. I'm taking over. 1 week vacation.
One week in the condo.
Yeah, I get to stay. Where are you? In Tampa? Where are you?
It's a secret.
All right, Florida. Okay, it's Florida. It's hot weather. Okay, if the Maple Leafs win, I get a week, all expense paid to Florida. If you
Oh,
win,
Chris.
if you win, I'll put
Wait,
you.
no, 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 no. I'm
No,
not
hold
doing
on,
that
hold
in
on.
one game.
If you win,
No,
if Florida wins, I'll put you back on shows with the Greek.
no. That is a bad deal. Bad deal. I don't get that bet. Get to the Digit Murphy part at Digit Murphy. You need to buy a ticket for a
Yeah,
kid. Play
okay.
it forward
I'll buy
sport.
a ticket. I'll buy a ticket. I'll say that.
Yeah. I've heard that before.
No, I'll buy. Don't I support you everywhere you go. I'll buy a ticket.
I know. I
It's
know. Well,
$200.
yeah.
And that's equals to
It's
$2
American though,
Canadian.
so it's double for you.
Right, $4
No.
Canadian. All right, so there you go. You said two, right?
Uh,
$2, so $4. No,
all I can say is I hope you're right so we can do more of these shows. How about that?
even if I'm wrong, you think I'm going to fire you? Come on, you're doing more shows. We're in the Eastern Western Conference Final next week. But
Okay.
you should
But I
tell
wish we
everybody
could
how
do
they
this
can get a hold of you.
at Digit Murphy, and at Play It Forward Sport, .org. Support a kid. But I'm here for the game, and I'm here to grow people through sport, and it's all about education, empowerment, inclusion, and we try to grow the game every day. Love hockey, buy a ticket, play street hockey, do everything you can to learn about it because it's the best sport in the world.
And that's Play It Forward Sport. Check it out. And seriously, if you at $200 support everything in this world, what we learned from COVID, we got to support each other. Got to love each other. Got to support each other. Got to be. It doesn't matter if it's hockey, baseball, football. We're all a family. All this together, and the world's a better place when the Maple Leafs win, and you're supporting everybody there. You got it, kids and everything. No, that's Canada Red, by the way. All right,
Okay.
that's Digit Murphy. This has been Maple Leafs Forever.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's